hello, Wagwan. Greetings, you all. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It is another beautiful day. Thank you so much, my people, for watching. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for always supporting my channel. So, thank you so much. Feel welcome. If it is your first time to be in Pamela's World Kenya channel, feel welcome. My returning viewers, my returning subscribers, the keyboard reactors, my moderators, we are all one. So, feel free to comment, feel free to share my videos, tell a friend to tell a friend, like the video, and let me know what you think of today's video. So today's video, I want us just to check on Rocio mom. Rocio mom is Mura Senso's baby mama. Those people who don't know Mura Senso also the other name, because Mura Senso is a nickname which we gave him, but his real name is Marwa. So Marwa's baby mama, Rocio, came out and was very emotional. So these are the things which I want us just to check how she felt, because she is not in Kenya, she is in Argentina, and she got the news from the baby daddy. So how is she taking the news of this demise of this horse? Number one, first thing we have to understand, this is not the first horse these people have lost. They lost the first horse, second horse, this is the third horse. But in the first horse, they didn't tell us what made the horse to die. Same to second horse. They have just been blaming people. And this third horse also, we know what happened. The third horse had an accident with the trainer. But this one made Rocio mom to talk like this is the first horse which they have lost. Okay, it is very painful to lose a horse just like that. And it is also painful to sack someone immediately when they had an accident. This is your employee. There are measures which one has to take. And before we get into that, we are also going to see what Dimwango is also talking about with the husband. They are talking about babies, how they are going to raise them. We are going to check on that and see what Peter now has denied Dimwango. Because what D was expecting is not going to happen. So first, let's check Rocio mom and see what Rocio mom is saying. Because Rocio mom is cursing Max. Max was the trainer of these horses. First, we have to understand, Mura Senso is one person who cannot employ qualified people, professionals. He cannot employ. Even this Max was not professional. Reason being, when these horses came from South Africa, when we received the horses in Nairobi, we could see clearly that there were so many things which Max didn't know. Even adding more food, he didn't know. With them, they just thought it was just hay and hay. But when we went to Nairobi, when we were receiving these horses, that is now when we saw like there are other things, the other supplements to be given to these horses. So that one Max didn't know. And later on, when Mura Senso brought that other trainer, because there's a trainer which came, which was also sacked, Max didn't have idea as that other one. But that other one, whom we took from where we received the horses, didn't last long. Because it's like he saw, here there's no security. Because number one, Mura Senso he has not insured his horses. He has not insured his workers. Okay, people might say, you, Pamela, have you insured yourself? Have you insured your people? You see, this is someone who has entered into the business. This is a business person. Any business out there, people insure their businesses. They have to take that insurance for their businesses. So it is no comparison. You want to enter into this kind of business, you have to do your research and know what am I getting myself into. But you find like Mura Senso and Rocio mom, they just entered into this because Mura Senso had no idea of horses. And he was not planning even to have horses in the future. But because having Rocio mom in the village, because he wanted Rocio mom to stay in the village, Rocio hinted this, me, I'm a horse lover. So Mura Senso went for 3. And by the time he was buying these 3, he had not put measures. There was nothing which Mura Senso had put. He just brought them into the village to come and graze like cows. Mura Senso never used to treat these horses. We never saw any vet. Because everything which Mura Senso does, he always documents. So one cannot tell me, there are things which he does without showing. No, it's very rare. for Murasenso to finish a video without showing things which are happening in his life, because his life is in the open. So if you don't see a vet, then there was none. Later on, we lost those 2 other horses. We lost them. And still, Murasenso was blaming people. Oh, I don't know what these workers did to my horses. Maybe someone did ABCD to my horses. But because of the environment which the horses were living in, I understand, because I'm not a horsekeeper. I don't know. I've never kept those horses. So from the news out there, horses are not supposed to be in a very wet place. And during that period of time, you could see it was raining in Abuhanse, and there were no stables. You can imagine, there were no stables, and the horses were full of ticks. They were full of ticks, these horses. And still Murasenso could blame the workers, could think of other people doing anything for the horses. You see, they never take blame. They never own their mistake. This is the problem with this family. The baby mama and the baby daddy, they are all the same. So this one is gone. And we heard what took place. It was an accident. It was wrong for him to push the horse, yes. But still, accidents occur, even to the experts, even to people who knows what they are doing. People who have drove cars for years, still accident occurs. And when accident occurs, something which someone never intended to do, you let it rest. You need to act maturely. Murasenso never acted maturely. He acted like someone who is not professional himself. He's calling people not professionals, or not employing professional people, because himself is not professional. Because by the time he was entering this business, he didn't do his research. He didn't know what to do with horses. It was just because Rocio mom loved horses, then from there he got money from Brian's grandma. Then he just saw, oh, let me add some horses. But during all that period, Murasenso had not put any measures. No insurance in plan. Even as I speak now, Murasenso has not insured his horses. He has not insured his employees. His employees are just casual workers. Let me just say that. But he doesn't know one thing. When something happened to these people who are handling horses and they are not insured, he will have a lot of problems. Of course. Because these people are not qualified. This is one person who cannot employ qualified people. He cannot. He does not give people job description. The other day you heard Murasenso talking about, oh, I will only give them job description after April, once everything is done, because he's waiting for the paddocks to finish, to buy all this land, put everything in order. Then that is now when he will give them job description. He thinks that after doing all this, that will be the end. No. It doesn't work like that. When you finish this, another thing will occur, because you still want more horses and more horses. This is the business now you are having. You can't tell me you just settle with the ones which you brought. No, you still want more and more. So in issues to do with the job description, it's good you give your employees job description so that they can know their work, not just them doing anything they have to do. So that is the weakness which Murasenso has. And that is why his things are not going as it should be. Because there's no qualified man or person on the ground. None. He has no qualified person or employee on the ground. So they're just gazing. They're just doing guesswork. Just guesswork. Just because the horses are eating their food, he thinks that is enough. I don't think that is enough. There are so many things which Murasenso has to know. First, he has to insure his horses. That should be his number one priority. Not even buying this many land. He should make sure that their safety is there. Because you don't need to have many land, and the things which you are buying land for are not safe. Their safety has to be there. You have to ensure that, okay, I've insured my horses, now they are safe. In case of anything, you can be compensated. But look, the areas where Murasenso want to graze his horses, the remaining ones, the places are not okay, because horses can run and there are so many holes on those areas. So what if another one get injured? Because now we know that when a horse breaks its leg, that is it. And then when something will happen to another horse, or maybe beaten by something, you never know, because they are just moving around. And you know, near the rivers there are so many snakes. That one we should know that. Do not forget that near the rivers, normally snakes stay around that area. Not only in Abohase, but rivers mostly. So anything can happen to horse. So he had to be very careful where he's grazing his horses. When something will happen, he will come up again and say somebody or someone did this to my horse, because he's not careful, because he has not done his research. They are just buying because they have money to dump in horses. So now that horse is gone. Vets, everybody advised Muraseso, put this horse down, because that is proven they cannot survive. They cannot survive after they have broken their legs. I think that is where their strength is. So when they break their legs, they become like, it affects them so much because they are fragile, delicate. So this one is gone. After all this time, Rocio, we've never heard of Rocio talking. We could hear Rocio mom during that period before she went to Argentina. She used just to call Murasenso to come and check. Maybe when Murasenso was in the field, she could call Murasenso, come and check the horses in this situation. Then Murasenso would run there. But with her, she didn't make any video. But now this video which she made it when she's angry. It's like those are the things which she's been keeping in her mind. So these are the things which I want us to check, because is this lady, Rocio mom, for your information, let me just address Rocio mom. I know you are grieving. It is sad to lose a horse. It is a family member, so you have to feel that way. You have to feel what you are feeling. But still at the same time, you have to feel for your employee as well, because this is your employee. You have to have empathy. That is what I'm trying to say. You have to have empathy. This is someone who is working for you. His life also should matter to you, because you find there are people out there, maybe if they are drivers, they are driving your cars, people who are employed, maybe like drivers. You find other people, not all, other people, when these people get accidents, you'll find like the owners of the cars will ask the car first, is my car okay? Is my car okay? Instead of even asking about the person, the driver, a human being, is he okay? Because these cars, these horses you can buy, but you can never buy the life of a human being. You cannot. Once it's gone, it's gone. But now I see Rocio mom, like Rocio mom love animals more than even the worker, because they just keep people there, but they don't value the life of their workers. And that is why they are not even thinking of insuring them, because Murasenso knows there are so many people out there. Why would I insure this one? This one, if this one makes a mistake, I will just sack this one and get another. You see, you just get sacked. That is now the trend there. But I don't think that is also healthy for the business. So when I heard Rocio mom talking like this, I don't think I liked what Rocio mom said. Because so Rocio mom is wishing fate to take care of Max, because Max made the horse to lose its life. It's like she's wishing her bad in life. That is what I can say. And that is what she means. That is what she means. And she's happy Murasenso sacked this man that very day. These are people who are not supposed to have business. You should not own businesses, because when you are owning a business, you have to know the risk. There is always a time for maybe good times, and there are times of bad times. Even these people who are telling you to put the horse down, or to put the horses down when they break their legs, these are people who are in that business, and they have qualified workers, professionals. Still their horses get hurt. Still their horses get their legs broken, and then they put them down. So it can happen anywhere, and it can happen to anyone. So it is not something which maybe when it happens, you just wish that man bad luck, and you don't want that man to get job anywhere else in the world. When I watched that video, I didn't like it. Oh, I felt bad the horse is not here. the horse died, but you cannot compare the life of a horse and the life of a human being. This is your worker. This is a human being. So the way she talked, I never liked. So these are the things I just want us to check. It's like she want to go back to Nyabohase. Is this the way of buying Mura Senso's love again? Is this how you want to go back to Nyabohase? Just be yourself. We know you are mourning, but you cannot now behave like this one made a mistake which cannot be pardoned. The two died, Rio and that other one. Whom did you blame? They were under your care. You and Mura Senso. These were under your care, but still you could not do anything. Still you shift blame on other people because you can never own your mistake. You can never. People used to advise you, do this, do that. We could just see you taking ashes, treating horses with ashes. Instead of removing the ticks, bring the vet, apply the necessary medicine on horses. You could just pluck them out like beans, plucking them out from them. We saw all this. So now you are behaving like this is the first. You've never witnessed this. 2 of the horses died under your care. 2 of them died under your care. So when you are grieving, grieve nicely. Do not wish people bad. Do not do that. Because now it seems like you don't care about human beings. You don't have any empathy towards anybody.
Hello, welcome to another video. Today I cannot say that this is going to be one of the most happy ones, or the happiest one, but unfortunately I have received the sad news coming from Kenya, from the village. Very sadly, the Marwa stud has lost another very beautiful soul, another horse. I will be speaking as quiet as possible because my baby is sleeping, and I had a good cry last night, so hopefully I don't have to get too emotional on this, but it really touches me very closely because I know how much of me and my energy I have invested in this horse dream or horse idea. I never expected that it would escalate so much to a whole business, and so many horses in the village, in the compound. But you know, it's still a very beautiful thing.
Rocio mom is saying this horse keeping was her idea. Remember, Mura Senso never had this idea in him at all. But Rocio mom came up with this because she was testing Mura Senso if Mura Senso loves her. Because during that period, Mura Senso was full of this issue of I want 10 kids, I want 10 kids. So Rocio mom also was testing Mura Senso. Okay, you want me to give you kids? You want me to give you kids or a baby? Buy me horses. And Mura Senso went ahead and bought three horses. So this is where it started. Not because Mura Senso wanted to have this business. No. This was the idea of this lady. Even this lady had no idea how to keep horses. She was just Googling. Imagine taking care of horses by Googling. Not practical. Even where she's coming from, they never owned horses before. She was just seeing horses like you and I are seeing horses. So she came up with that because she wanted to be like the queen, moving around with the horses. You can imagine how she carries herself. So she brought this to Mura Senso. And because Mura Senso wanted 10 kids, then Mura Senso went and took this one. 3 brought them. They never took care of even those 3. Only 1 is remaining. By God's grace, not because there's anything which they have done. No. It is just because Malaika is strong. Otherwise, even there was a time it was also very sick. Here in the middle here, before these ones were brought. It only became well after this one from South Africa went to the village. It was also not okay.
Today I really want to speak my truth, because since the day of the accident, I went silent. I kept quiet completely. I never said a word about it, or I expressed my opinion in anything that actually happened. So unfortunately, we have lost, and I say we because I have received that horse. She came. Oh, I'm already emotional. Sorry, didn't want this, but she came just a few days before losing Rio, and she was the same breed as Rio. We have lost Snake Eyes, and I'm so mad. I'm so pissed off for the reason why. Unfortunately, she went through a horrible accident, and
So Rocio mom is pissed off. That is what she's trying to say. She's pissed off because how it happened. How it happened makes her feel this way, because the horse had an accident, not just the fact that the horse was sick. The horse had an accident and then made it to be grounded to the extent it had to be put down. So the reasons to which made the horse to be put down is making her feel this way. I feel for her. I feel for them. It is very sad. Very, very sad. Because these are our horses. This is what we talk about. They are the things we talk about. It's like it is our office. Honestly, let's be realistic. These are our horses. All of us. They are our horses. So we feel for them. I feel for Muraseso, I feel for Rocio mom. But I don't like these blames. Always be people or someone. When something happens, you let it be. You should remember, how about the ones which I had before? What happened to them? If those ones which were under my care also lost their lives, but I was the one taking care of them. So during that time, you are angry at who? Okay, you are angry now. You are angry at who? You should mourn the loss, not to be angry. Because if it is angry, you should also be angry at yourself, because also the two also died under your care, and Muraseso. This was an accident. When accident happens, you don't blame that person as such. You've been branded this person like I don't know what. This person injured himself. He almost died. You sacked this person without paying him. That was sad.
I don't remember if we went to. It was a day when we went to Narok, or when we went to just to the lake. I'm not sure, but that happened when I was out of the village with my family, and when we came back, it was very confusing. Nobody was really telling me what happened and the whole story, and I couldn't really know about the whole story, and I just met the horse incredibly injured. Like, it was just so broken-hearted to see her. And
Rocio was not in or around when this horse had an accident, but when she came back, because they had gone to see places with their parents. So when they came back, she got this news, and so that the horse had injured itself. So this made her to feel very bad, and she was annoyed, and she kept cool, because she knew if she comes out, maybe she would have said things which would have sparked outrage in the internet. So she decided not to talk about it until now. Until now is now when she's talking about it, and she want to say what she thinks, because you look at her, she's still in that pain. She feels it. because this is the horse which she really loved among the horses.
Of me, because I was really, really mad for how things were done, very irresponsible. To cut the story short, this horse that just passed recently, this is actually yesterday, and Marwa told me about it a few hours before it actually happened, and then I just found out the news, and I wasn't expecting it to be so fast. But then I just saw the news and I was like, oh my god, it's already done, but
that was to be done. It's only that Murasenso took time. Otherwise, he was advised long time, and he was just testing waters, because once you are told this is something which is proven, the vets knows about it, but Murasenso was just testing waters. But it is a sad story, very sad, but take heart, that is life, and Murasenso also should take heart, that is life. But my advice is Murasenso should take insurance for his business, because without that, it is risking the life of the animals which he's taking care of, or which is keeping. Even the workers also should have insurance. If you want to be a good business person, you have to at least know all these things on the ground. Him and the partner at least sit down and see what is best for your business. Because if not, you should just release these horses, leave them, let them be, sell them to people who can take care of them. I'm not saying because of this, the one which has just gone. This was an accident, but still, Murasenso never acted the way he should have acted, because he was told, put this down. Instead of making the horse go through a lot, put it down. The fact that they know, the vet knows it will not make it. So I think he took time before making the right decision. Yeah, but all in all, it is sad, but from now onward, do the right.
Marwa and the team, they try their best to save her, to keep her alive. Even me from here, I try to, to find any kind of help from here, and it was funny, even the help I was trying to get, their advices would be like just to put her to sleep, so when you're just doing anything that is in your control or in your hands to save her, I just wanted to keep her alive. And I guess we couldn't, and it really makes me so emotional, because from all these 6 horses that came to the village, or went to the village, because I'm not there, I remember when we saw her on Facebook and when she was on sale, and I really pushed for her to buy her, to bring her, and it kind of breaks my heart just to think in my head that she came all the way from South Africa to die here, and well, not here in Kenya, right, but I just feel like spiritually right now I'm there, because of everything that we went through, but I just want to let go of this anger that I have, because I have a lot of anger inside. I thought crying last night was going to be enough, but I want to speak my truth.
The anger which she's having is not anger because of this horse. There's a lot which is happening in this lady's life, the things which they have gone through. So these things are making her to cry. She's not in Nyabohase to connect with the spirit there, but she can go now. You can go. Because I see like Rocio mom want to go back to Murasenso. Rocio mom want Murasenso's affection. And the man whom you chose is someone who don't know how to love. He can't. Now his love is on horses. So the things which you want is not what Murasenso can give you. This is just me. Maybe you have your different opinion. Because I see the anger which she has, it's not because of the horses. If you are mourning the horse, you should not be angry. Why are you angry? You should not be angry. When people lose their loved one, they are not angry. They mourn. Mourning is different from being angry. You see? So I see the anger which this lady has. It's not anger maybe because of the horse. No. There's more to it. There's more to this anger. As human beings, we should let things go. But keeping things to yourself in your heart to make you have heavy load like this, because you look at Rocio mom, she's carrying a very heavy load by herself or in her soul or in her heart. Release those. Release them. Get Jesus. You'll be okay. Without Jesus, people carry this load. Let it be. Let Jesus carry that load. If it is Mura Sensa who wronged you, and if it is Brian who made the horse to go, forgive Brian. It was an accident. But if you keep it like to look like it was done intentionally, that is wrong. This was not done intentionally. If maybe it was done intentionally, you could have that anger. Maybe this person wanted to ruin my horse's life. But this happened just like a twinkle of an eye. It was an accident which can happen to anyone. So you shouldn't have that type of anger. That is bad for yourself, for your life. It is not good to keep things like that. And that's why people are told, do not let the day end before at least releasing what you have. But you can see this lady carried all this anger from Nyabohase. This is accumulative anger which she has. She has a lot in her chest, not about horse. It's a lot. There's a lot to it. That is how I see it. We are different. Maybe you see it different. Yeah, this is what I see myself.
I guess that silence is just holding the anger that I have for how things were handled in that scenario. So, for those who don't know, Snake Eye suffered a horrible accident because the guy that we were supposed to trust the horses with was absolutely irresponsible, and he went on I'm pretty sure, a very fast run with her, and we don't know how exactly, we don't have all the information how things actually happened. They suffer probably a tremendous accident because that led to the horse breaking a leg, and from his side he could have died. That guy, he could have died. If you would have seen his helmet, God really saved his life. God really gave him another chance, you know. But this guy ruined the life of the horse. And whatever comes to me on the comment sections or on the channels with opinions and all of that, after everything I'm going to say, I just don't care at all. Whatever you want to throw at me, let it come, because today I want to speak my truth. Because
as a human being, you should care and also should mind what you are saying. Do not say, I don't care what people are going to say, because already you know they are going to tell you the truth. You just say the guy also had a bad accident. If you could see the helmet, it broke. So that means if he didn't have the helmet, he would have lost his life as well. So this is not something you can sit down there and keep repeating. He didn't intend to do this. This is an accident which caused him also a broken neck. This boy has suffered as well, still suffering up to today. So it is not something he wanted. This was your trainer. But as you said, this is someone you trusted with your horses. Qualified person. No, you don't employ qualified people. You don't. You cannot pay. And that's why you just go by the people whom you are recommended to. You just saw that he was racing the horses, or he was having horses. That made you take him. or employ him, but not because of his qualifications. You never check the qualification. You don't go as per qualification. If it is to learn from what happened, you cannot learn, or Murasenso cannot learn. Because of what? Even as we speak, Murasenso doesn't have qualified people or person to take care of his horses. He lost a house. He has lost two before. This one had an accident. That would have opened his eyes to go and look for a professional horse trainer. But now Murasenso still having the people who are very raw, taking care of the horses, and then you are saying you are hurt. I know you are hurt, but this anger is beyond. It is beyond. It is beyond, because I don't see the reason why you should feel this way. I know the horse, you love the horse. You love horses. You are a horse lover. You are an animal lover. But also you have to check the life of a human being as well. He also had an accident.
The guy that we were supposed to trust with the horses, the one that was supposed to be the most professional with them, behaved absolutely immature and irresponsible. And I'm not gonna lie, there were some red flags that I paid attention before to him, because when we actually hire him to work with the horses, I'm just gonna be transparent and honest, even if I don't know, maybe this brings a little problems with Marwa or anything, but I'm just gonna tell everybody the truth. We didn't continue working with our previous trainer because he had how can I say this? He used to drink a lot. So I share with Marwa the idea that it's not the best. It's not the best idea to work with someone that has alcohol issues, because it can bring problems in the future. So we were recommended this guy by the same person that recommended our previous trainer.
I remember the first trainer. This trainer who Mura used to tell people, oh, you want a trainer in Kenya? This is the best trainer of horses. Remember that guy? I think that was their first trainer, because later on they took another trainer who didn't take time. This one they got him from where they received these horses, but that one didn't stay for long there. So this first trainer, according to Rocio mom, she's talking about this horse trainer was like drinking a lot. He could not be trusted with the animals. Okay, that is very true. But later on, after now letting this one go, you settled for less. You didn't go for qualified now. You just took someone whom you saw racing. That is what you did, because now this one, Max, was just recommended to you. Though he loves animals, but he didn't have that qualification. That is what you are trying to say. And you trusted him with this animal. Someone whom you knew was not that qualified, because you like cheap things. You like cheap things. Because as we speak now with your anger, Murasenso is still having raw people in the village. Those people are squatting while washing those horses. They are not covered. The horses are not covered. No insurance. Murasenso has no insurance and is letting his workers to bend to wash those horses. What if one day they are kicked by these horses which are not well trained? What is hindering Murasenso to look for a professional trainer to come and handle these horses? You are angry at this, but you are not advising Murasenso. Advise Murasenso. If you feel this way for the horses, you are a horse lover, you are animal lover. Advise Murasenso to do the best thing, the right thing, by applying all these things. Take insurance for the horses, for the workers. Employ a professional to handle these horses. Now look, Muraseso is not even thinking of hiring a professional because now he has groomed those boys. Those boys, they are forced to do it. They don't love what they are doing. They do not. Because there's no job. Now they have to do it. So in case one day something happens, is that now when Muraseso will go look for insurance or what?
So we went for the second option, and it was this guy, and his name is Brian. And when we talked to him and to kind of interview him, he sent a few videos of him working with the horses, and there were some videos when he was literally racing horses very, very fast. So, okay, I saw that behavior previously. And then when he was training Malaika, he would push Malaika to run very fast. Also, he would leave the gate of the villa and just disappear in a matter of seconds with Malaika, just making her run very, very fast. So one day I came to him and I told him, you know what, I don't want you to teach Malaika just to be running fast all the time, because that's not what we want here. That is not our intention. We don't want to train race horses. Malaika is a very sweet and loving and calm horse, and what we want is actually a horse that can be calmly to take people for walking, slow walkings, you know. They just don't teach her just to be running all the time. That's what I said to him, and he said, okay.
On that note, I saw one day, I remember Muraseso was having other horses, and this Max, I saw him riding on Malaika, and they were very fast. For sure, he was riding Malaika very fast. Very fast. So if you saw this and you talk to him and he said, yes, I will not do that again, I think this would have been the best time to look for a professional. Because when someone is used to doing things, letting go those things is not easy. Because according to you, you even saw him riding very fast in his video. So this is something which he used to do. But now, after seeing him do this, this is the time now you could have looked for professionals. But because you like holding on to cheap things, you don't want to pay, you let him be there. So he almost also lost his life because of this. So it was an accident, but still the blame is on you as well, because you don't like people who are qualified. You brought many horses. These horses, according to you, they are not well trained. They have never been trained. So you needed someone who could train these horses well. Not just someone because he's been riding horses, you just bring him there. Because that is also risking these people's lives. They are human beings, leave alone horses to be trained. Even the people who are taking care of them, also you should check their life. I cannot risk having you here because you might injure yourself. Like what is happening in the village as we speak. Muraseso is not seeing what can happen to these workers. These are raw people, they don't know anything. But Muraseso is forcing them to learn. Because even if it is learning, there should be someone there to train them. Muraseso himself, he has no idea of what is going on. But now he's the one who is showing them, oh, handle it like this, like that. No. Bring someone who is qualified on the ground. So that even if these boys, if there is one who wants to learn, because you cannot force them to do what they don't want to do. Anybody who would want to learn can learn keenly so that they become animal lovers. Because out here there are people who love animals, and there are so those who don't. You see, there are those who do not love animals. Not that they hate them, but they cannot keep them. You see, that is the thing there.
And then, of course, Snake Eye came, and Snake Eye was a thoroughbred, which is a breed that is very good for racing, it's very good for polo, it's very good for jumping. So of course he would take advantage of that and just push her on a test and try her. And he even showed me how fast she was, you know, when they were taking her, taking all the horses to be fed at the school. I remember I went with them once with my sister, and he showed us how fast Snake Eyes was running. But Snake Eyes in South Africa, she was having a very calmly life, easygoing. She wasn't running. She wasn't trained to do that, So when you push an animal just to run the fastest as anyone, it's like, I don't know, when you go to the gym, even if it's an animal and it's in his nature, it's like when a human goes to the gym and he tries to do a very, very difficult training, when after months of just being sedentary, just doing nothing.
That happened. Even you, under your care, 2 horses died. Under your care, you and Mura Sensor. 2 horses died. It has been happening, and it is not the first one to break its leg. It happens. And that's why the vet knows when they break their legs, they are put down, because they have been put down many times. So when something happens like this, and also your employee got injured like this, it is something which you should not hold on to. Maybe the anger to be on you, anger, just very angry. Angry to the extent if you could have been there, you could have done something to him, according to you. I don't think that is how people should be. You and Mura Senso never took good care of the 2. They didn't get injured, but they were tortured with ticks. Ticks. You didn't give them proper treatment to the extent they just died. Who scolded you? So you can get away with it, and then you put a lot of pressure on this boy. Yes, it happened, accident, because he was not professional. He was also trying to learn horses, because you like cheap labor. You and Mura Senso, you like cheap labor. That is why this happened. Because if this man was a qualified man, maybe he would have not pushed this horse like this. Losing a horse is very sad. Even to me, I feel bad. For how long are you going to lose these horses? If you know you cannot take care of them, if Mura Senso cannot take care of them 100%, it is not about these paddocks. It is not about the stables. It is not about the grasses only or hay. There's a lot to it. Keeping horses is expensive. So Mura Senso, if you are not ready, release them. Let someone who can take good care of them come and buy them from you. Because Mura Senso thinks that when they are full, their stomachs are full, that is enough.
The life of a horse forever. Forever. It's very, very difficult to I don't know, maybe she just stepped wrongly and fall, but they had a tremendous accident, and the horse broke one of his legs, the front leg. Actually, there's the left leg, and that is ruined the life of a horse forever. Forever. It's very, very difficult to heal properly a broken leg in a horse. Multiple times when a horse has an accident or an injury of that type, they are sent to sleep, sadly. So I'm not gonna say that I wish anything to Brian in general, because God will put him in his place 100%. But I would really advise him not to work with horses anymore, or not to touch anybody's horses anymore, because when you are the one who are trusted the most with the animals, when you are the professional one, when you are the one that is supposed to make us feel safe, like our horses are being taken care of, and you behave such irresponsible for whatever reason, for whatever, I don't know, self-centered.
God will put Brian in his place. That is wishing him bad. Huh? That is wishing him bad. I don't think that is how it should be. Huh? And you are saying he was taking care of these horses, and he didn't do his work, and you are wishing him bad. There are two which died under your care. There are two which died under your care, and you never wanted to take blame. When people were blaming you, you said, no, you did all what you could. You never wanted people to blame you, but now you are shifting blame on this one. Hey, yeah, he got an accident, but no one knows when accidents are going to occur. But yours was negligence. You never took care of these two others. But look at how you are blaming this one as if you are so innocent. You and Buddha says so. You are not innocent either, because two of them, even as we speak, this is what maybe if you say is anger, even as we speak, you are still not doing the right thing. Buddha Senso is still not doing the right thing because he doesn't have a professional who is taking care of the ones which he has. They're just those boys. You see? People who knows nothing to do with horses. They are the ones who are left to take care of those ones. And you are still crying here instead of advising Mura Senso. The fact that we lost this one, please wake up and get another professional, maybe horse trainer. Please do not waste time because you never know. But you are there shifting just blaming, still carrying the anger which you had, the angers which you've been accumulating from Mura Senso, from the horse. You still have them. That is not proper. You should be someone who let go things. Let go things. You should not say God will put him in the right place. You cannot compare a horse and a human being. Never. You cannot.
Egocentric reasons. I don't know if it was to film himself on this YouTube video or whatever reason that he wanted to prove himself or just to have fun with the animal. This guy ruined the life of the animal that now is gone. And for that, I'm very pissed off. And God already gave you the opportunity because you could have died. You could have died. If you would have seen his helmet, how lucky he was. The helmet was broken, literally was broken. That could have been his head. That could have been his life. God gave him a second chance. So I hope from today on, I don't even know if he's going to watch this video or anything, but I just want a lot of people that are having a lot of opinions about it and have no idea what really happened to have second thoughts about it. There's nothing that can defend what this guy did, what this immature and irresponsible behavior he has done. There's nothing.
What did you do about yourself? Because these blames, you should not just shift blame on this boy. Okay, it happened, but it happened to you as well. You lost two which you didn't take good care of. Don't play victim here. Do not play victim because you lost two which were under your care. I didn't see you blaming each other like this. You just left it. You are just blaming. You are shifting games to other people. Oh, I don't know whether it is neighbors. Your subscribers who are telling you, oh, Mura Senso, take care. Maybe there's maybe a villager who has done ABCD to your horses. Oh, you could not even bring vets to check on the horses. You made those horses to eat grass like cows. There was no treatment. They were just like cows. Of course, they were just like cows. There were times when they didn't even have food for themselves. I remember when you were traveling in African countries with Mura Senso, Mogesi was taking care of those horses. There was a time there were no food. He had to go and look for grass somewhere else to bring for them. That made Mogesi to be sacked because he said he wanted 2,000 to go and pay for the grass which he bought from a neighbor. Because you're also not taking good care of those ones. So don't sit there and talk like you are very qualified in housekeeping. You are the worst because if you cannot, because you should sit there and say, we put all the measures. This guy is a professional. We pay this guy well. He's well trained. We've ensured this guy We've insured the horses. Now people would be saying, people would say, okay, these people have put every measures. Why would this man break all this? This is a professional. This is someone who knows what they are doing. They are covered medically. They are insured. You see, horses are insured. But you are sitting there as we speak, the ones which you have, you've not done anything. Just blaming people. While there are two which died under your care.
So the time I ignored the comments, but this guy was like, Marwa did so wrong in firing him, this guy, because his life was more important than the animal. And I tell him, like, you know, this guy ruined the life of the horse. He's just a horse, you know, like, I don't even know. I think I blocked that guy or something because I just don't want to deal with someone that can say it's just a horse. I can cry 10 times more for the horse than for this human being. At least me, you know.
Stop your nonsense, Rocio mom. If you have other problems which are hurting you, do not bring it here. You cannot compare the life of a human being and of a horse. You're saying you can cry for a horse rather than this man. So you wanted this man to maybe replace the horse to be alive and that Max to be dead. That is what you're trying to say. Mom is trying to show her behavior, what she thinks about people. And this is the reason why she's not been handling even workers well, because she prefers animals more than human beings. She can cry for a horse, but not that much. So she expected, or she wanted, if it would have been switched, she would have switched Max to go and horse to live. I don't think that is normal. You are not normal. That is what I can tell you. You are a mother. You gave birth, so you can compare your child with a horse. Because this is someone else's child you are talking about like this. No wonder you could not take care of your workers well. You don't care about them. You don't insure them because they don't matter. They do not matter. If you can cry for a horse than for a human being, then you are an animal.
I keep having this thought of, you know, literally me choosing her. When we saw her pictures and videos on Facebook, it was like, oh my god, she's so beautiful, please let's get her, you know. She came all the way from another country to die. It's just, and honestly, I'm so glad that I'm not there, because to deal with another death, it just would have been. Imagine how I am while I'm here, and you know, we just went through the loss of Rio not too long ago, and I was just there, you know, with him dead in front of me. So the memories are still very recent. I wouldn't be able to deal with another death over there, but it still pains me so much, because she was literally my favorite, like, and I just felt that all my favorite horses died, you know, Amatista, then Rio, now her. It's a lot. And I know it was a lot on Marwa. I know he did his best with the team also to take care. I know Felix for Felix, Snake Eyes was also her favorite horse, you know, so I know he was taking care of her very much. And we brought different veterinaries. I know Marwa did his best to keep her alive.
All this anger which you have to let it go. If it is issues between you and Mother Sensor, sort it out. I know you've lost the horse, but now if you feel like now you don't care about Mark's life, you would have mourned for the horse than this human being. That pissed me off as well. This one pissed me off. Out there, you people, you have your opinion. This is my opinion and this is my channel. I didn't like what this lady just said. People lose things. We are in this world. The things which people have, we will not have them forever. Even our lives, we will lose them. But for someone to sit down and talk about, I can mourn the host than that human. I can cry for a host than that human. That is wrong. Wishing that boy to be deleted by nature or whatever. Because if she doesn't want this boy to get a job somewhere, and because the host which he was keeping got accident and now is taken down, now he should not handle any horse. Why are you handling horses? There are two which died under your care, and still you brought some, and others are still coming. Why are you handling? If that was the case, people would not be driving after maybe having accidents with the cars which they have. They will just be now saying, oh, me, I had an accident with my first car, I cannot drive again. It doesn't happen like that. If it was so, then Mura Senso would be the last person to keep horses, because two died under your care, the two of you. So do not just talk. Think, what am I saying? Am I innocent?
I don't wish anything bad for anyone, but I know God will put this guy in his place. Because also then he tried to come here with you know, like legal issues against Marwa and things like that. When you have nothing to say, the blame is all on you. The blame is all on you. Like, not even, there's no one that can defend you, you know? And I'm very sad for this guy, because probably he was really brainwashed by a lot of people that doesn't mean well to Marwa and everybody that is around Marwa. So he was really brainwashed, but you have nothing to defend yourself, bro. Like,
Rocio, ma'am, I think there are many things which you don't understand. This man was working for you, and he had an accident at his workplace. He was not outside his workplace. He had accident while working, and he was not insured. The horse was not insured. And then you say like they didn't have a case, and this is someone who got injured, almost died, and there was no insurance. And he was training your horses. He was not there to walk with the horses. He was there to train them. Training also, part of it is running with them. I think that is how I know it. How will you just train them walking? You have to train them how to run, how to do this. And that was part of his job, which he was doing. So you cannot say he didn't have a case. He had a case. It's only that he also never wanted many things, because he was sick. He was sacked while sick. This one you just see like Mura just did a good thing.
You ruined the life of the animal, and now the animal is gone. Because of immaturity, because of irresponsible behavior, because of lack of professionalism. You use like a toy for your own pleasure an animal that wasn't even yours. I guess your ego just consumed you in that moment, you know. You maybe you thought, you know, how capable I am to do this. I don't know, whatever went through your head in that moment, your overconfidence with the animal in that moment, but things went wrong. Very, very unfair. And 100%, 1000%, I agree with Marwa about firing him immediately. And he was lucky that I was not there. He was lucky that when I came back to the villa, he wasn't there anymore. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what my reaction would have been, but I was like extremely hard, extremely much, extremely much.
You are talking about that was being unprofessional, handling the horse the way he handled the horse. Yes, it's not professional. You didn't employ a professional because you cannot pay professional. Max was just someone who knew about horses. He was still learning. So that excitement, and maybe it went wrong. Things goes wrong in this life. Like they went wrong for you and Murasenso, and he lost 2 horses. So does not make it look like he's someone who does not deserve to live. You are happy 1,000 times Murasenso fired him immediately. How can you be happy Murasenso firing someone who had an accident, never paid his hospital bill, knowing this man comes from far? Imagine this man gathered himself, fired with his injured neck until he reached his home very far. It's only God who took care of this boy. Otherwise, his condition was worse. And I think, according to Rocio Mami, that would have been better. That would have been better if maybe he would have lost his life as well. That is what she's trying to say here. Because she cannot mourn him. She rather mourn the horse than this man. And then she's saying again, because it is just about this horse, she's saying she's lucky Murasenso didn't take legal action against him. He was also ready, because Murasenso could not have taken all this legal action, because Murasenso knows that there's no insurance. He would have been asked, you put the life of your employee in danger by just riding a horse which is not insured. You see, it is not that Murasenso had option. Murasenso had no option, because he could not. He has not insured his business, and these people, even the workers, are not insured. He would not have argued his statement. How? He could not have, because he was on the wrong. Even as we speak, I'm still adding this. Even as we speak, Murasenso is not doing the right thing. You've lost 3 horses, some to negligence, another to accident. You cannot learn from that. You cannot learn. You are still having unprofessional people on the ground. He's joking. My advice, let these horses be. Release them. Sell them to people who can take care of them, because you cannot. I just want to read like two comments on Rocio Mom, then we move to Dimwango. We see what she's talking about. This one is saying, advise Marwa to hire a business consultant who will be able to organize him and all businesses. Then, for horses business, Marwa should think twice. Otherwise, those animals are suffering. Maybe the weather is not favorable, the grass, the hygiene of the place, etc. That is very true. Murasenso should think twice about these remaining horses, because if he's not careful, they will go one by one. Another one is saying, let's be honest, those horses should be sold to people who professionally know how to take care of horses. Sorry for that. You see, this is just an advice, it's an opinion, because you cannot take care of them. Let those people who knows how to take care of them take them, just sell them for them. Another one is saying, you guys should not invest in horses when you don't know how to look after them. I can't understand when you don't know how to ride on it, yet you buy horses. Of course, they can't take care of them, they can't ride them, they know nothing about them. Even the people who are taking care of them knows nothing. This one is saying, if it was one horse, we could blame the trainer, but you have lost 3 dead horses in your compound. Yes. So the rest, whom are you blaming? For the rest, whom are you blaming? So that is Rocio. Or this live stream, nowadays she just come without topics. She just want to talk, just to talk. And now talking of things which are still not there, children, because she doesn't have a content. It is very hard also out here. If you don't have a content and you still want to keep busy. So Dee and the husband came on live stream, but because Dee has no content, she's struggling even on what to say. Better the other day she had a topic to talk about Shane, so she dwelt on Shane like 2 hours. But this time round, she doesn't have anything to say. It is just about children. Oh, when we have babies, will we show them? And imagine, will we show them to people? They reveal A, B, C, D. The husband said no. Peter, why are you doing this to them, Wango? Why? Because this is where they get money. Business, showing the hands, showing the head, the leg, the nose, the mouth, the teeth. Before the teeth, maybe the nail, the fingernails. You see? But Peter said no. But D is insisting. So this insisting of D, then how am I going to do my videos? What do you mean? How are you going to do your videos? You want to tell me those people who are making their videos, the vloggers, all of them, they show their family members? They don't. You only show what you want people to see. If you have children and you don't want them to appear in your channel forever, you grew up in the village. People grow up out here, but they are not shown in their parents' vlogs. Even maybe if a husband is a YouTuber, they don't show their wives. Even if maybe a wife, like me, I'm a YouTuber, I don't show my husband here. There's life besides YouTube. So these things, if I don't show my babies, then how is it going to be? How is it going to happen? Because this was something she was waiting. Peter has studied D and knows that D is a bragger. And those are the things which he doesn't like. He just wants D to live her life well, organized life. Because he has seen that, okay, if we have a baby, the way I see this girl, the way she brags, she will start showing the baby's face, the baby what, and start bragging with pregnancy by this. Those are the things which the husband does not want. Thank you, Peter, for at least telling D the right thing, because D was expecting to do business with the babies, like Mura said, so the very, very day baby was born. He was being itched. Want to show the leg, want to show the head, want to show the all this. So Peter said what? Let's see what Peter said so that we can know how difficult it's going to be for D Wango not to show even the newly born, or not even newly born. She's not supposed to show anything. She should just know that she has babies. No one cares. Peter said, no one cares about those are your children. Whom are you showing? Whom are you showing? How many times we asked D Wango, all these things which you are doing them for yourself. Whom are you showing? Now the husband is also asking, for what reason? They are your family. They are your children. They are not supposed to be shown, even if maybe they are even swimming. They are not supposed to be shown. I think that is the best decision ever, Peter. The best, because D would have shown these babies the way she says she wants the baby to look like Paisha. She would show, look. But now, Peter, don't you know this is where they get their money? And she wanted to start saying, how are we going to get our babies? Do what? Because she was expecting people to be sending her when she's pregnant or when she has given birth presents. She wanted to say that. The husband doesn't want all those. They should raise their children like normal parents. People have their children, they don't show them. But you want to show everything. Who said so?
Lord, give them twins, a boy and a girl, in Jesus' name. Amen. Peaches, Walter. Hey, your prayers, I love your prayers. These kind of prayers, I love them so much.
That would be convenient.
What?
The twins.
The twins will be convenient. Guys, one thing, my husband has the names already. Very good names. So, me also have a name. Me, I have to name my baby after my mom. Like, that one is non-negotiable. The way he said plays with my hand, oh my God, we got names already. Firstborn, my baby will do the naming. Then when we get a boy, he'll do the naming. When we get a girl, I'll do the naming. Please name your baby Nyabohanse. No, Nyabohanse, it's a name of a place. We cannot. But when God blesses us, I think we'll keep that thing private.
My husband has always told me no showing babies on YouTube. My husband says no showing baby on YouTube. No, it's like, Dee, you leave this aside. Forget about it. Forget about it. And he really means his words. You know, that's one thing I know for sure. But again, what will you do when we go with the baby at home and you know Marwa is a creator? The only problem is, you know,
be seen like in the background or whatever, but not as a character or whatever.
not as a character.
Yes.
But what did you mean? Nobody will see the face 100% or not always? Once, but not always.
When he grows up,
They will see if the baby
eventually
wants.
and all that.
But when he's young,
But,
no social media. Completely. Nobody knows how it looks or anything.
no. Why?
I like what Peter have just said. For what reason? Why? Why should you show people your baby? For what reason? Why should they be a character? But this one, Peter is denying D. It's like denying D the business opportunity because these people, they trade with their babies. Look at Mura Sensor. This is what D has been waiting for. She's been singing about wait until the day I will get pregnant. So she's been waiting for this time when she gets pregnant and have a baby who looks like Mitoto. I think God is also good. D would have flaunted that baby, all those babies out here, if Peter is not tough. Because whatever she does, she wants to do it for people. But now Peter knows. Peter has studied D. He knows D is a bragger, even to non-issues. That's why he's trying to tell her in advance, so that when it comes, he's telling her in advance, so that when it will happen, already she's warned never to show people. So D also knows that Mura Sensor shows everything. So she fears, what if we go to the village and you know Mura Sensor is a creator? Even Mura Sensor also has to be himself. You don't need to show everything. The other day, Congrats Mom talked about it. I didn't watch the whole video, but that video I'm going to check it later. Where now Congrats Mom was. I just checked that ending of that video. I've not gone through it. I'm just talking about the ending of the video where Congrats Mom was praying for Mura Sensor and told Mura Sensor, why is it that you have to show everything? You don't need to show everything. Now the mom was telling Mura Sensor. Mura Sensor cannot learn. Oh, mom, I was not showing. You are showing people the leg of the horse all the time. It's only that you didn't show when the process, how you did it. But D also is now saying what will happen when we go to the village, because Mura Sensor is there. The plague is there. He will not let it be. Mura Sensor will have to give people pictures of the nephew or niece out here. You wait. Peter is just talking. He doesn't know Mura Sensor. His face was covered, himself, Peter. But one way or the other, we saw him through Mura Sensor's lenses. We didn't see him. Imagine, Mura Sensor had to make it work. He gave us the picture of Peter, even though he was hiding the face. So with Mura Sensor, there's nothing which you can hide. Nothing.
So guys, you see? But again, when it comes to such things, I cannot make decisions me as me. Me, I would like to post everywhere, but my husband says no. So we have to agree on it, you know. But I agree with what he says. Let's see how we go about it. But yeah.
Although, like, today I was this Polish guy talking and joking about how people here they monetize children for YouTube. It was very funny. It's like an industry on YouTube. And also you have these advertisers that are targeting these people, you know, baby products. Like it's a big thing, actually.
So in short, there will be no baby face reveal. The baby will just be in the background, but no face reveal, no nothing. Actually, this family is such a private family. Like, they're not into social media and all that. At least my mother-in-law tries. But the rest, they love their private life, which is good. And and I respect that. Nobody's all about the cameras.
It is not because they are not on social media. There are some people who are in social media, but they have limit of showing things. You can be in social media, but you don't show your family that much, especially now. Children, young babies, why would you show them? You know, there are some who are just like you, the way you are thinking or what you are waiting, you wanted people to see your children, how they look. It's like now trying to show off. That was in your plan, or to trade with them, because we've seen cases where when you are dating someone, you trade with them. They reveal, oh, wait until they reveal. This day you extend it, you extend it. Oh, when we reach this 500 subscribers, 500,000, I will show you this. When we reach this, so even this issue of baby reveal, if Peter would not have said no to this, you would have really made videos out of it, many videos. Oh, guys, is he a boy? You come and make a video. Hey, oh, guys, is she a girl? You come and make a video. Oh, how does she look? Does she look like Mitoto, or he look like Mitoto? Another video. Does he look like the father, the handsome husband? Another video. So she would have traded with that pregnancy or those babies. Peter, Kiswahili says mkazie. Make it hard for her not to use babies here and make noise with the babies here, because we know her. She would laugh at people. She would bring the baby and show the baby out here, show people the baby. Kazia Peter. Mukazie. Make it harder for her. Harder. Make it hard and harder for her. No showing babies here. Those babies are your babies. You do your vlog. If it is showing countries, go travel. Hide those faces of the baby. No one cares. People have babies out here. And many vloggers, many content creators, there are many out here who are not showing their baby. So why would you see it like a big deal? It is not a big deal.
No face reveal, forget about it. So yeah, we'll have to work with that. What can I do? We'll just be at the background, but nothing. I wonder how we'll keep up with that. It will be a little difficult, but
How you
baby, how will I keep up? Really?
I don't know, I find this like wrong.
Yeah?
Like this baby cannot protect himself or herself. You just point the camera, I don't know, for a woman.
Look at the mentality which the has now. How will you manage? What do you mean, how will you manage? It will be difficult. How? Why difficult? Like now you're making videos, you don't have babies. Is it difficult for you? Is it difficult? You only show people what you want them to see. If you have babies, you have a room there. You put the babies to go there. If there are many, let them go play. You make your videos. You don't need to involve them or to capture them in your videos, to make your videos to be full. No. So Peter is telling you, don't include him on maybe how difficult it will be for you. No, it is not for you. It is for you yourself, not the two of you. With him, it's okay. It's not a matter of showing people your babies to make you be famous. No. Unless maybe you want to trade with them like your brother, because you like this issue of show off. It is not difficult. And I like the way Peter is putting it. It has no meaning. Let the little children be. In the future, if they want to be YouTubers, let them be. Unless maybe you decided you want to make your YouTube to be, or maybe a baby, that one is understandable. But if it is your channel and you don't want babies to appear in your channel, well and good, you can arrange that. It's very simple. Very simple. It is not something even to argue about. Because even if they feature in your channel, so what? So what? Because if it is children, people have seen children. Unless maybe you wanted something different, but appearing in your videos makes no sense. The only thing you can say you will miss is now presence of the babies, but still you will get. You tell them you have a boy, they will still send you gifts because you wanted to float them so people can send you gifts. Oh, this one, oh, this one. Still they will send you. You tell them names. Because already you have the names there.
Baby stars, you know, they can work for brands, they can be superstars. You know what I mean? That's how you raise them. Because we live in a different kind of world.
How? What's showing them will change in this regard of being a star or whatever. You show at 1 year when she's like very, you know.
So 1 year is okay.
No. I'm asking a question, how does it change? What do you mean you'll be a star? Like how? What?
Because
Like a Hollywood or what?
yeah, like a Hollywood baby star.
How it's showing on YouTube, making the person a star.
The baby is famous. People get to know him. All the people
Awesome.
who watch me.
So then the baby could have more attention initially, but if he's a bad actor, it's not gonna work anyways. You know, like with the Will Smith, guys, do you know the situation with the Will Smith kid, Jaden Smith? Like because he was his son, he got the recognition. Oh, his actor's son, you know.
Yeah.
He got enrolled to this one movie. I don't remember the name. Was it 20,000 BC or something? Name of the movie. He played in a one movie, and then he was so bad he couldn't be an actor. Like you know, cannot force it.
Yeah, it's true. You cannot force it.
So no, show.
In Peter's home, Madam B, no showing of babies. You have to tone your attitude. You have to tone your character. Soon he will tell you no laughing here. No laughing without reason. Soon you will be told. Whatever you expected, oh, I will make my babies to be superstars. How many times you've said that? They are not going to be superstars this time. Otherwise, I don't think I have much. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. See you again in my next video. Bye.